Gonna
Be
go
the
down
difference
towards
between life and death.
So this time, yeah, it's true. This time, wait, no, it's, yeah, D6. So here we go. D6. I got a 3, which would be Marcello, which doesn't make any sense. So it's going to be, this time it's going to be Coleman. Coleman, what happened last time?
All right. So last time we started off in the bar in Debari, finishing up trying to conclude a deal with Dane, the bartender, for some advanced vehicle parts. But we balked at it because his price was way too high, and we did not have the cash to really make a good deal of that. And then from there, we stayed at the bar, and a few of us went and met some other travelers who were the crew of the Gypsy Moth, a 400-ton, is it far trader, I think, or...
If it's 400 tons, it would be known as a fat trader, usually.
Fat trader, okay. But travelers like us, and then two of them in particular, Pascal and Sterling, were the two that we talked to, and Sterling, as I recall, threw a slur at the Aslan group that were also at the bar, but he also told us about the best way to get jobs at the hunting lodge on Debar was finding a noble that would kind of offer us or sponsor us. And then after that, we kind of discussed whether we would be able to use our ship cannon to hunt the 2-ton bears on Debar, but decided that it was a little bit too risky, and we were not that desperate. And so we ended up leaving Debar without any cargo, and we're going to make the jump to Flammarion. And then as we left orbit, we got a threatening message that ended up turned out to be a prank by the crew of the Gypsy Moth, who then escorted us to a safe distance, where we then proceeded to jump. We made a safe jump to Flammarion, but due to, I think, a miscalculation in Coleman's navigation, we arrived a little bit further out in the system than anticipated, which turned out to be a little bit provident, because we received a hail from a ISS courier who was under attack by, I think it was it a modified liner? Okay, and anyway, so we were outgunned, but at Books' suggestion, we ended up creating a communications diversion, and were able to send over a threatening message, essentially, that the Imperial fleet is on the way, you better flee or you're going to get blasted into the void. And they bought it. And we were able to go and render some aid to the scout courier, and then we basically both flew into the Stardiver Stardiver Trading Company is the high port in Flammarion, I think.
Startown Liberty.
Startown Liberty. Okay, wait. Oh wait. I'm looking at wrong. Yeah, Startown Liberty. Where our former crewmate Niall departed. We threw a little celebration for him, and then we were going to have some well-earned downtime and do some gambling for sure.
Well earned, when we can actually get it.
Ah, Captain, you're grumpy. All right, so a couple other things. Let's take our time with this. Just big picture. Chris. No. Actually, I'm gonna pick on Andrew. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Andrew, like big picture, what's been going on? Like, you know, like kind of the big broad strokes of what's happened to the crew of the Lady of Mercia for Thomas's sake.
So, big picture. So we've been doing a lot of running around, trying to stay afloat and just procure enough money to make a payment that's coming up. And again, just trying to find jobs. So I don't even know where to begin. Chapman and myself joined the crew. You know, like they had done some adventures before. I'm really bad with the names of places, but let's see. There was a terrorist involved. Well, Chapman and I did some of that. Then there was just a lot of planet hopping, doing smaller jobs, trying to sell some liquor or some beer that we got. There was this Viking like group of people that were at war with each other pretty much, and we helped restore the the leader to power. Just a lot of jumping around trying to make a buck. And yeah, we just ended up being in the good, doing something that put us in the good grace of the Imperial fleet. So right now we're just kind of hanging out after they're doing a good job. Well, you heard the recap from last week. That's kind of like the big picture. Sorry, I don't remember the names of all the places and whatnot.
Yeah, Alex?
I'm going to add a couple things I think might be good context. It might be for me, at least. We're in a fairly backwater part of the galaxy called the Bowman Arm. I think we've agreed our long-term plan is to get a better drive that can make bigger jumps so that we can leave this area. I guess technically we could if we do it one system at a time. It's just that we would have to travel through some pretty nasty places. So we would like a bigger drive so that we can just skip right past those. And boy, is that expensive. I think all we've acquired in like our collective greater level assets has been a gun for our ship, which is not even like the kind that works well for pirates in space, and a humanitarian diplomat who has now joined our crew.
We have the promise of another gun, of a real gun, an actual ship turret weapon. If we can make it, but we have to make it to Bowman. And do you want me to post Ross a traveler map link to traveler chat?
That's actually a great point. Yes, please, if you could. And I don't know if you did that last time, which actually I think you're already familiar with it, Tim. But that is basically good to just have up. Now, maybe stating the obvious, going into the wiki leak, you might get spoilers. Or you might like see something that you're going to see me tweak, because I'm going to use that lore. So, yeah, Thomas, Chris is going to post a thing called travelermap.com, and if you type in...
Oh, I've got it. It's the link will take you right to where we are.
Great.
It's just like dropping a pin, basically. You'll see a zoomed-in map of the region that we're in at the moment.
Yeah, and just for context, I'll just bring it up here, but this is not a living map where you can click and drag it around on your end to see things. But trying to keep some notes up. This is...
Keep losing people.
Yeah, unfortunately, lost
Chilla wrote a message in the voice chats accompanying text chat.
Yeah, I see. I hate that you're having connection issues, Chi. I don't know. And it looks like Alex is having connection issues, maybe.
Me?
Or no, sorry, not Andrew. Oh, this is somebody else. Dang it. Oh, you're back. Okay, great.
Sorry, I just got kicked off.
It might be a Discord issue.
Oh, I hope not. Surely Discord. Come on, Discord. You can handle 7. I've done. I think I've done 10 before.
We may.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna. We may end up if it continues, it might be better to see if we can all just like cut video and see if Discord continues to have a problem.
Oh, I would hate that.
I would hate it too. I've kind of been
trying
to get.
I'm back. I think what my issue was I had a VPN running on my computer.
Okay.
And when I switched that off, I'm getting a stable connection now. So.
Man, we'll take our time. Also, well, while you were working on that, it looked like Andrew. Can you hear us? Did it work out?
Yeah, I could hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. All right. Hopefully that was just a blip then. You know, if not, there's a couple things we can work on to do with it. But anyways. Yeah, so what I was going to say, Thomas, is you can see here this black space where it doesn't have the red boundary. The red boundary is the Imperium, which is civilized humanity, sort of, just to generalize a little bit. And you ain't there. You're out in the middle of nowhere, outside of the border of your polity that you fought and bled for.
So, I'm looking at the map right now. Where are we? Are we in Reft Corridor? Where are we?
Okay, so then it didn't do a link directly to our location.
Probably the easiest thing to search for would be Bowman, Bowman, and that will zoom you into the Bowman arm and the big black space there.
Each of these hexes is 1 parsec, 3.2 light years across.
Okay.
Just for a sense of scale.
And while you're looking at that, let's I'll talk about Thomas's character here in a minute. R, right?
Lamar, yeah.
Or Lamar. Okay, Lamar. Can't read my own writing. But let's kind of just do a little roll call here, starting with who is Klaus Bellamy?
Klaus Bellamy is the old man. He's ostensibly the captain of this vessel, the Lady of Mercia. The crew are a crew that has been together since, in one form or another, since the Frontier War, and you will have been one of our companions, I imagine. Bellamy is the one, he took a merchant career. So he's, I believe at this point, 47 or 48 years old, with sort of a gaunt look and bags under his eyes, and always trying to think about the next angle, and annoyed with anything that gets in the way of just making money, because we have to make the payments on this baby or we're through. And so while all these young people are going to be hanging out in the casino and looking for a good time, I hope I'm going to always be putting a bug in their ear to like look for an angle themselves and see if there's any way we can get a little more extra scratch, because we need it. So that's, I don't know, that's Bellamy. His best skills are cutlass and vac suit. So he has pretensions above his actual station, perhaps, and he's bad at talking to people.
Just to skip ahead, my thought is probably Lamar was a 4th officer in the Merchant Marine and probably knew Bellamy. That's my thought. Right before the task force got organized.
May have served together.
Yeah, and then the Lady of Mercia. Tell us about. Let's see if I can. Well,
the 200-ton.
There we go.
200-ton Type A free trader, capable of jump 1, which means it can move 1 hex per jump, and it has 83 tons of cargo space, I believe. A Type 2 computer that can calculate its own jump routes.
Can hold 4 programs.
Can hold 4 programs.
And weighs 2 tons.
Well, more than that. But yeah.
We have to buy minutes for it from the convenience store like every week.
Charge it with punch cards that have minutes installed on them. Anyway, it's and there's a little dog who lives on the ship, and her name is Lady as well. And yeah, I mean, he mentioned our plan. My plan is I would love to go. I mean, we need to be moving. We need to be moving trailing and coreward, and not. Sorry, trailing, just trailing, which is basically east. Spinward is death. Spinward is doom. Spinward is no. We want to avoid moving anywhere west of where we are again.
Yeah,
that's
my
that's
like
a
the
major
Godfather.
motivation.
They just keep getting pulled back in.
We'll see. Hopefully, that's not a prophecy from the game master. But yeah. So anyway,
you also have a big dog person, named Lothak, who does not know how to operate as a Starship crew member at all, but makes up for it with a lot of enthusiasm and is just generally nice to be around. So there's that. And then the first mate of the vessel.
That's me. I'm Perseus Chapman. I was an enlisted Marine. I did not get very far. I have a lot of brains, but not enough education. I'm pretty scrappy. I don't really have like special skills. I mean, I got, in addition to the standard Traveler set, engineering. No, is that already one of them? Electronic, that was my one that I got. Yeah, first mate, Andrew mentioned this earlier, that Perseus Chapman, as well as Andrew's character, Books, the two of us were part of a different crew previously, but we joined this one a few adventures ago. And I'm a lot more optimistic than our captain. I try to have a little bit more fun. You can see from the image that I got my ears blown off during the war, so that's my cybernetic thing. I used to spend a lot more time during our hyperspace jumps, either gambling or in band practice or dueling, but now I find myself hitting the books because I'm trying to improve my education score.
I wonder if Books is trying to help you or something, like... I don't know.
That's another thing. These are classic Traveler characters, and as such, we all kind of suck. We all are not that great at anything, really. With a couple of exceptions, but our exceptions are just like, oh, you can do that thing, as opposed to nobody else can do it, like, you know. So it makes things more fun. Seat of the pants.
So yeah, friends with Chapman is Books. Tell us about Books.
Yeah, so Books is one of those guys who definitely was the smartest out of the people he hung out with. Hung out with a lot of like ruffians, got into a lot of trouble, but would always use his mind to get out of it. Then he went to the army and had like a big chunk of his head blown off, and that kind of humbled him out a little bit. And he has like a metallic mesh other half of his, like back half of his head, because of that. So he's fairly quiet, unless if he gets to know somebody, he'll open up a bit more. But he's kind of like that guy that's always quietly watching and observing everything that's going on. That's him. So yeah.
But he has crazy ideas that work out sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like Books is always the guy that everybody's always trying to run the conservative option, and Books is always like, or we could just kill them, or we could steal it, or like, and then everybody's like, wait a second, actually, we may have to do that. Usually they disagree with Books. Well, but every once in a while they're like, we have to do the Books option.
I feel like I need to step in and you even though you gave us the rundown, you skipped your own
stroke of genius last session.
Yeah. But yes, it was his idea to instead to send that stuff, and then it ended up not only working, but got us a huge in with the locals, the local authorities. Like, we rescued these scout personnel, so
yeah,
awesome.
Gave them medical attention and everything else, and it wouldn't have happened without Book's idea. So everybody else was ready to just get out of there.
And then we've got Marcello.
Yeah, Marcello's this 27-year-old guy. He's skinny and a little bit, I don't know. Let's just say he's smoked. And he's got a big head of hair. He had one term in the Marines before he got booted out. So right now he's 27 years old. He enjoys being on the ship. He tries to be a good crew member. He's I think one thing that the shipmates turn to him for sometimes is like his computer skills, which are not amazing, but he's got them, and he's trying to learn a little bit and pick up a little here and there and try to get better. He's got some smarts, and he's got some facility, like talking to people and stuff like that. But he's just kind of like this average dude, really. Marcello doesn't really like to get into fights, but somehow he always finds himself, well, with this group anyway, in fights. So he does what he can with his shotgun and so on. He's a little bit he's always trying to see what's around the corner. I think he doesn't want to feel stuck in a tin can, and he's always excited to just open the door just to get out there and to find out what's around the corner. So I think that's Marcello.
And you're Chi, right?
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Chi.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
All right. So, and then we've got Coleman, who has taken also some temporary work. They've got another crew member on shore leave. And so, why is it not letting me? Weird.
Ross, are you sharing your screen or something? Because
I can share the tokens like that, so that should
Okay.
pop up for you when I do
oh, I
that.
see. Yes, got it.
So tell us about Coleman.
Coleman Sheehan's a 30-year-old. He served a couple of terms in the Army. He comes from a military family and rose through the ranks and was basically, he was booted out around about 26 years old as a major for running a gambling ring in his unit at the time. He is initially he was kind of coming from a military family. He just sort of coasted on his basically nepotism and then kind of, I think, got shell-shocked at the Battle of Rylanor, and definitely he's kind of fried emotionally, and that's why he was Spinward, because I joined them on what was it? Let's see, what planet? I have to look now. On Raleigh, right? I think that's where I joined up with the crew a couple of weeks ago, and so he's working his way, I think, back Spinward. He's a little bit of, he's kind of a degenerate gambler, but he's become again, because of his experiences, he's trying to find a little. He's a much more serious person now. He's pretty weak, but pretty tough, and not well educated, despite the opportunities he had. But he's a reasonably sharp guy, and he's fairly skilled. He's not really exceptional at anything, but he's got some. He's a good tactician. Has a couple of different firearm skills, and is comfortable in a wheeled vehicle or driving.
He's the army guy.
Yeah,
everybody else is spacers, and then this guy's got like Forward Observer 1, mechanical, tactics 1, so he's like the tactical, staff army officer guy. Which is
the guy that can get you things.
Yeah. It's an odd skill set to sometimes have in a vacuum strapped into a chair at high Gs, but then when you're on a planet somewhere and you've got guns, suddenly it becomes important. It's important when it's important. He said, "I'm kind of a degenerate." Don't put that on the resume. Like, don't bring that to the job interview. But or do. I'm not the. Maybe you should.
Why did you hire this guy? What did you see in him?
We did have the low birth lottery last time. I did forget that in my, because I lost. I forget who two people split that, right? Was it Chapman and Books? Did you wait?
No, it was the guy. It was
Niall.
Niall. Yep.
Okay.
Niall and Books. Books also.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 So I was all in on betting on whether these low birth passengers were gonna die or not.
By the way, Lamar has Medic 2.
3. Medic 3.
Oh wow. Yeah, I thought it was 2.
Let's make sure get injured in the next couple of sessions.
Yeah. So we know who's going to take care of the low birth passengers.
Yes,
Thomas. Every time they take on low birth passengers,
so we can fix the betting. Not out of concern for their lives, just so that we can game the system.
Number of days since last low birth accident. Let's see here. So then Lamar, tell us about Lamar. I don't have your artwork yet. I just have the regular traveler token. So
okay. Hi guys, my name is Thomas, and my character's name is Lamar Ocean. He's a 4th officer in the Merchant Marines. He served 2 terms. He's 30 years old. He's a short, stocky guy with a shock of brown curly hair and a mustache, apparently. He's definitely got the porn stash going on. Let's see. He's well-rounded in his knowledge base. He's a Vac Suit 2, Electronics 1, Medic 3, Admin 1. So he's kind of a jack of all trades in anything except for combat. He was in his first term. He botched a healing of his deck officer, and that stunted his advancement, so he couldn't get any further. But he served in 2 terms, and on his 2nd term during the Battle of Rythenor, he had to shoot one of his men, Squints, because he was mind controlled by the Zodani and was about to kill his whole crew. So we had to kill Squints, and that's going to haunt him for the rest of his days. In the same battle, he lost his left arm, so he's got a mechanical left arm. He's a fairly level-headed person. He is cool under pressure, but he has to be in order to save lives. He's a Medic 3, so he really sees himself as somebody who can help others in times of desperate need. Even though he failed one miserable time to save his deck officer's life, that's also going to haunt him for the rest of his days. He inherited some money from a rich uncle, so he's kind of loaded. I rolled a 6 on my on the money die, so I got a good amount of money, and I have a battle rifle and a dagger and a medical kit, an electronic tool set, lockpick set, disguise kit. So he's loaded with all sorts of goodies. And he's ready to find his way back to his home planet, which I haven't decided what his home planet is yet. Apparently there's infinite number of planets he could be from, but he's trying to make his way back home just like everybody else. So
for us, home is in near the Mora, did we say? Roughly, basically like capital of the Spinward Marches area.
It could be Mora or anywhere Spinward toward Rylanor, because you could also just in the Rylanor sector itself. But any of those worlds, yeah, they can all relate to the experiences you had where you had to kill a comrade, and they all saw this, and now they're all in the same boat, trying to find a job out here. It's one of the things where, oddly, you can trust them, and probably why you can get a job and work with them. All right, well, here we are. So, Startown Liberty, like I said, it smells like urine and cheap perfume and cheap food. And it's a cacophony of lights, neon lights and signs and noises and different gambling machines and all kinds of stuff. It's just a sensory overload. And I believe we ended at the hotel. Now, maybe you guys want to have a little conference before you go. I got, just to organize matters, that some people want to go to the casino. Some people are going to go to the lawyer, which you have a contact with, Isabella, and captain wants to go look around for cargo and passengers. Well, I mean, actually, that's automatic. You take whatever cargo you have. You're going to try to do some speculation. I would propose you take somebody with you so we can kind of pan the camera over to you and someone else.
I was thinking about this last time. I think as much as possible, it'd be nice to just, I mean, whatever,
we could stay together. Is that what you're going to say? I think that's fine. Makes sense to me. What do you all think? What do you think? I like that.
I mean, it's also sort of an esprit de corps thing, just like everybody,
Yeah, what'll happen if we split up is we'll go to a scene and two people will be in that scene for 40 minutes because it's too important, right? So it'll be hard to like switch back and forth. So it'd be better just to get everybody's input. Plus, you won't be able to give your input. So yeah, let's go see the lawyer together.
Yeah, we had been saying that we're in communication with headpieces or whatever, but it sort of doesn't always make sense to have to mess around with that. So yeah.
No. Yeah, okay. What do you think, Books?
Yeah, I think that I agree. We should stay together. As you said, there's, it's an important decision, or the decisions that we'll be making will be important, so we probably should stay together, because otherwise it would be,
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to feel held back. Like if I feel like, somebody should go over there, like maybe sometimes Marcello should go out and have a conversation outside the door with a cigarette with somebody and have that be a scene. That's perfectly sensible. But I'm just talking about, I don't want to take separate trips to whole big separate locations, I think there's good in and out of game reasons to not do that.
No, that makes sense to me. For sure.
So that being said, I'm willing to. The captain knows everybody wants to blow off some steam, so I suggest we head to the casino first before we try anything else more ostensibly serious.
All right. Let me just see real quick what. So you're at a hotel. I think we agreed last time this was going to be a casino hotel. Am I making that up in my brain? I can't remember.
I don't remember one way or the other.
It sounds right.
All right.
I don't.
Assuming the captain comes down to find us all at our continental breakfast being served.
Yes.
We hired a new Sawbones for the crew.
Yes. And you know Captain Bellamy, Lamar, and so Continental.
Lamar.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Lamar. A very capable crewman, from what I remember. Haven't seen you since the war.
Has it been that long already?
Yeah, a few more bags under the eyes, a few more gray hairs in the old headpiece.
Yeah, it feels like just yesterday we were mowing down some mindless hive mind creatures, but it is what it is.
Sorry, the encounters in this book are so smutty, I have to re-roll them. Had that problem last time. But yeah, this continental breakfast is a treat, given some of the options you've had on various worlds so far. And it's included with a voucher. And the place smells like wet carpet and recent puke and fried food. And there are a bunch of gambling machines and tables, and you can see some tourists here. Doesn't look like you see any travelers. And I'm trying to find... Give me just a moment. It's going to take me a second.
Somebody remind me while he's looking up. I'm pretty sure we already signed on for some cargoes that were going to Asteltine.
I believe that was the first order of business.
Yeah, it was like the first thing I did when we got off the ship. Okay.
Yeah.
You might have no though.
You got cargo and you got low packs, so there's 22 tons total of cargo, and you can expect that, and you've already got it reserved as well as the low packs. You'll need to leave within like a day, so you're gonna have to do your business here today and then leave by tomorrow in order to gain the benefit of that. Or if you stay longer, I'll just re-roll it, and hey, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so anyways, so you come down to breakfast, you encounter Lamar here, and some entertainers come over from the tables, and they they're I don't know, dressed fancy, if you will. I kind of like cheap, like Vegas fancy though, and these are people that dance and sing and run tables and entertain guests and everything, and they're like, welcome to the Lucky Stars Travelers. And by the way, how are you all dressed?
Probably not in my vac suit for the first time in a long time.
Whipping out the good old leisure suits. Somebody, but it was the other crew. No, it was the guy in the first crew that got the leisure suit. He spent like 5,500 credits on it or something like that. But I'm guessing everybody else is. What do you guys wear? Just like a shirt and pants? You're not gonna wear your.
I mean, I'm wearing my 3/4 length, jacket with which is cloth armor.
You're gonna wear Kevlar around?
Well, that's from what I understood. I think from the description in the thing, anyway. But anyway, I don't want to get into a whole. But yeah, I mean,
This is kind of the thing I'm asking. Is it? Do you present yourselves as like, hey, we got knives under this coat and we're wearing Kevlar, or you're like, no, I'm wearing a polo shirt.
Oh, my cutlass is out. I mean, it's not out, but it's on my belt for sure, and my pistol. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, so one of the. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say Marcello's not wearing his cutlass. This is downtime for him, so he's got a denim trucker jacket on.
Nice.
He's got a big buckle on his leather belt, and he's got a what do you call it? A bandana tied around his neck. So ready for the town.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, Space Americana. All right, so anyways, one of the men, they see at least Bellamy then with this jacket, obviously has a freaking sword. Now, that's not out of place. There are plenty of spacers walking around here, but they see you and they're like, "Oh, are you a traveler?"
Why, you need something done?
No, not at all, sir. I just wanted to let you know about our special offer today. If you're a traveler, we have a discount at the medium stakes table.
Oh yeah? What's the discount?
The buy-in for any travelers are 400 credits. Won't find anything better on the strip.
Yeah.
What if buy-in for the high stakes games?
Ooh, 10%. High stakes roller, 4,000 credits. Entire 1,000 credits off.
Did any other travelers take you up on your offer?
Oh yeah. In fact, I don't know. We might run out soon. I would take one of these vouchers if I were you.
Expert salesman here. What does Lothak think? Has she gotten in on any of the gambling that's happened since she's joined our crew? Is she like itching to get in on that?
I don't think it was part of her culture, but like she just has a wide-eyed feel to all of this. You know, she's learning to be a traveler.
I have to imagine dogs are terrible with probabilities.
You can literally read her face. Like, you can tell if she's lying. That's awful.
I would definitely love to play against Lothak. So, Cabinet, with your permission.
Lothak,
wow. You don't need my permission. You know?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm obviously spending my own money, but like you said, sometimes that money's going to end up going down towards your mortgage payments.
Well, you know, the ship will take any donations.
Yeah, some this man, he's very attractive. There's a couple of very attractive women, and they're all like, you know, treating you like you're VIPs, you know, and like, and they slip you cards, like, you know, just for you. You know, if you want, you can get this 10% off to buy in, either medium or high stakes here at the tables. And just let us know. We'll keep the chair open for you, and they leave you.
Are any of you itching to play cards? Gamble?
I challenge you, in fact. Marcello, you me the medium stakes table.
You all should be playing the house, not each other.
Yeah.
So once again, there are 3 games that are predominant here. There is all 3 dice games. You can imagine they're cards, though. There's and I apologize. It's 50 credits is like a medium buy-in, and then 500 credits is high stakes, I think, actually. So you can get that for 40 and 400 credits. Yeah. Hand of Fate. I roll a secret D12, and then essentially I'll roll 1 D12 out in the open, and then from that you can call, raise, or fold, like to add. And then I'll keep adding community dice too. And then whoever gets the highest without going over wins. all of these are pretty similar to blackjack. Jip is a 2d6 to get a 7 or 12, and you add a d6 on every raise. And then there's a dice blackjack, which is I'll roll 2d10, and you add a d10 on a draw. Every time the bet goes up, 21 wins or the highest. Greater than 21 or lowest, you lose.
I'll buy in medium stakes.
Does everybody went in on this game? Like, is it going to be the same table? Well, y'all want to just come in on the same table? Just all bet together?
Why not?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I'm drawn towards Hand of Fate. I want to see the D12 in action. It's rare. It's exotic. You don't see that out in the void.
All right. So there's kind of two. I
I'm
may
down.
be misunderstanding this, so I apologize, but I'm going to have a secret D12.
Never want to hear the dealer say that.
Yeah, no, the dealer is this seemingly shy man, and he's like, "Oh, I'm kind of new to this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes."
This guy has way too much confidence in us that it will be our downfall.
Now, as soon as you buy in, so is it going to be medium? Everybody's going to do 40 credits. 40 credits.
I'm doing 40.
I'll do the higher one if that doesn't change anything.
It'll be a different table, but let's do it. Let's put you over. Does anybody else want high stakes?
I'll go to the higher table too.
Okay. Do you want?
Guys... Yeah, me too. I'm not gonna. I'm not in front of
the kids' table is to have more fun.
All right. So we got.
Golly, if you're gonna put it that way, I better go over there too.
Okay.
All right,
All this
table.
I mean, you know.
He's stunned.
Peer pressure.
Chapman's just sitting by himself now. Everybody's like, actually,
No,
we'll just go back.
Lamar's at the medium table too, unless he's not there yet.
Yeah, I'm playing against Lamar and Lothak. I gotta school these kids.
Nice. Need to get a notepad to take notes. Whoa.
Shaky cam.
Right.
It's
Special
cinema verite.
That's what we have here. So, let's start with the moderate stakes table. So I think I could be. I'm just trying to read what I wrote from before, but I believe I have a secret D12, and then you have a community D12, and you're trying to get close to the number, but you add the community D12 to whatever you draw, and then you can call, raise, or fold. I think that's how it goes. So I'm going to roll a secret D12, and I'm going to add. There are 5 other people at this table. Okay, so here goes. Fascinating. I may have no idea. I might be doing this wrong, but here it goes. Here's a community D12. House folds. Everybody gets their money. And you get the house's money.
Great. That was easy.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and he says he's so mild. He's like, "Oh, I'm just kind of new to this game. I don't know. I just all right."
So who's at the moderate stakes table?
Lamar and
Lothak.
Chapman.
And Lothak, yeah. Lamar.
I'm gonna take a quick bio break while y'all are at the low stakes.
All right, Chapman and Lothak. Okay.
Modest stakes, thank you.
What was that, a 4? Okay. And then that I rolled as a community one. So you're starting at a 4. So everybody would roll a D12 to get what you think is the secret die on another D12. So it can't be higher than a 12, right? So it's got to be a pretty low number. And so it should go pretty fast. You should either call it, fold, or raise. And Lothak is going to call where she's going to call where she's at. She's got it. She thinks she is.
D12, we add it to the communal one that you just did, the 4.
Yeah, and it's whoever gets the closest. think I said highest, but I'm going to say closest.
So we should go ahead and roll then, right?
Yes, you should roll a d12.
All right. I will stay where I'm at. I total 8.
Okay, so you're calling it as well.
I'm gonna fold.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I don't play. I'm sorry, I don't play a lot of card games. If you fold, you
lose your money.
You lose your money. But if you call it and you stay, then you stay in, and it keeps going. So you go on to the next round. So you could lose more money. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's until everybody is either called or folded, and then you have to do the reveal typically.
Okay. So everybody at the table folds, except for Lothak, who stays, and 3 others. And then let's see, and then community D12s, adjust the bets from the pool. So you guys are gonna bet again, is that right? You're gonna keep going?
We add it to what our result was before.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. And I'll just keep that. And that community die was at 4. Okay. At this point, Lothak will fold.
I think I have to fold.
Second person will fold. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Is anybody still in?
No.
No?
No.
The mild-mannered guy, he looks at it, he's like, oh, I guess I'm lucky. Great. Gathers up all the money. Can we try it again? That was a lot of fun. You can cheat, by the way. There's rules for cheating if you want to try to do that.
There's rules for cheating? That seems like an oxymoron.
I know, right? Nice. But let me know if you want to cheat. I'm not going to look it up unless we do that. Yeah, you guys want to try it again?
I think I'm gonna leave just because I'm up 40, so I'm gonna leave while I'm ahead. I won 40, so.
Smart man.
What'd you say, Marcello?
Smart man.
Okay. All right, and then what? Everybody else just lost. Well, some people lost what? 40, and then 40 is 80, I think, right? You stayed, yeah. All right, so yeah, the house wins. Let's shift over to the moderate stakes table, and you guys are doing.
You mean the high stakes?
Or sorry, high stakes.
Blackjack, I think.
Blackjack. Okay, this one's much easier. This one's much easier to comprehend and way less. Like it looks to me like the previous game is real fast. Like you're gonna get there real fast, but this one's like blackjack. Okay, so house 2d10. Add d10 on a draw. So yeah, all it is in this case is you're trying to get to 21, and you roll 2d10, and you do a d10 on every time you draw a card.
Do we each roll our own 2d10 for our hand?
Yep.
Okay.
And I trust you all. You can roll it in private if you prefer.
Oh.
It's like we're playing blackjack.
When do we?
This is for 400 credits.
I thought it was 4,000. I thought the other one was 400.
No, I
corrected himself.
Yeah, I corrected myself.
Oh, okay. So this is 400.
You want to bet 4,000, Captain?
No, I'm sorry. Okay.
The house stays.
I am going to roll one more. I'm going to draw one.
All right, let me look at everybody else and see what we have. There are 3 other people playing at the table. I'm sorry, the house is going to roll again, but I'll get to that in a second.
So, I'm sorry. So we roll once 2d10, and then do we keep rolling if we want to, or how does that work?
So we'll stop there, right? And then, like, you know, we'll announce whether or not, because we should be bluffing, right? So we'll stop there, and then I'll tell you each person if they're gonna fold, if they're gonna what do you say? Stay, draw, or if they're gonna just stay or hold them or whatever you say. So, but let me finish. I have one more. Sorry, let me look at what the other person has. 3, 8. Let me re-roll that. I just said it out loud like a dum-dum. Okay. All right, here we go. So, the first person, draw, stay, draw. All right, what do you all think?
I already drew one, and I'm still deciding.
Okay,
whether
draw.
I'm draw.
Okay, what about Bellamy?
I will draw. So it's a D10 when you draw.
Yep. All right, and then Books.
Yeah, I'll draw as well.
Draw. Okay, cool.
Cello draws too.
You don't have to do it in the open, but it's up to you. Whatever you want.
I didn't know how to do it privately.
You do a self roll.
It's one of these.
Got it. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm going to keep the rolls that I've made so far, if that's okay.
Wait, if we get 21, is that over or is that good?
Does Books ask that out loud?
You're like, I've never played this before. Is this good?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the house looks at you and they're like, and everybody else looks at you. It's good. Yeah. Did anybody else get a 21?
Not yet.
Hold on.
Okay.
Do I get to draw again?
Yeah. You can see if you can get a 21 as well. Certainly.
Okay. Now I'm just curious. How does my gambling skill have any effect on this roll?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's look at it. I'm curious myself. I know that you can cheat, and there's like a whole bunch of different things you can do with gambling. So it says this. It says that you can. Basically, it offers you a game which is just roll 2d6 to hit a target number, and it gives you a bonus to that. Now, it says games may be crooked. You throw a 10+ to be honest. What's your gambling level?
Just a 1.
All right. So I'll make you a deal and say that, so it says gambling 3 or better usually detects crooked games, so you can't detect unless you're gambling 3. But if you want to be crooked, you can roll 10+. But if you had 2, I would lower that. That's my thought. And then and it says gambling 4, which we're not, lower expertise level. Okay, yeah. So basically, you can attempt to cheat and just get a 21 and not tell us, to be clear. Don't tell us if you're cheating. I don't even want to know. That's fun. But, if you roll a 2d6 and get a 10 and you try to cheat, but if you try to cheat and roll a 2d6 and fail, yeah, you got to let me know.
Okay.
So is there a house dealer here and other players?
Yeah.
And I don't understand. So if you don't make 21, but you still beat the house, do you win anything, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, if you beat the house, then you win.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll stay then.
But I think winner takes all is what I was going to do.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, I'll stay anyway because it's what I would do.
Simple. Okay, so, all right. Any 21s? You got a 21?
Sure.
All right. Yes. I love it. All right, so you can split it evenly. Let me see what we got here. We got, so these are, by the way, this is 500 credits.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
2,000 credits. Plus, you've got, let's see, one other person with 400 credits. So 2,400 divided by 2. Each of you gets 1,200 credits. And Bellamy, you're down 400 credits.
Yep.
Nice.
Now, this all takes place. By the way, I forgot to mention this. They bring out drinks, and they expect you to eat and drink, and it's free. So
I've never really gambled. What do you eat at the card table?
They'll bring you whatever you want. They'll comp you all night long.
You have cards
They
in
more
one hand.
they more want to get you sauced than feed
Sure.
you, but
Yeah, so
4-course meal over here.
As soon as you lose 500, they'll give you a coupon for the noodle bar.
in order to accomplish things, essentially you're limited on your number of rounds by how much you can drink, and the amount you can drink is your endurance, if I recall correctly. I think that's what I said last time. So if you have 10 endurance, you now temporarily have 9 endurance as your as time passes. Let me roll to see if anything else is going on.
so it's essentially, you essentially lose 3 per gambling round? Is that how you're doing it, or?
Just like 1 per hour, and you do a thing every hour. Like an hour
okay.
is a turn, yeah. Let me see.
Did Marcello also lose 500, or was that just Bellamy?
I'm sorry. Yes.
We lose 400.
Yeah. Did you get 21?
No, I got 17.
Very well. Yes, you lost 400. Let me add. Let's see. So that would actually make it 1,300 for the winners. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, 1,400. 1,400 for the winners.
The house is comping 100 on our bets because we're travelers, right? So these are actually 500 credit bets.
That's true
because of
too.
the discount.
That's true. That's true too. Let's see. So that makes it 1,600.
Should make the math just a little bit easier too.
Nice.
Maybe.
1,600.
Okay. So let's see here. I gotta look and see what's going on.
We're letting it ride, baby. We're letting it ride all night long. I got endurance 9.
I have 12, so I can go a long
Oh,
time.
oh,
But the funny
of
thing
course
is,
you do.
if you get in a fight, that reduces the number
I
of times
know.
you can survive.
That
in a
makes it
fight.
more fun. That makes it more fun. But if we get into a fight, we have to remember it's going to cut into our gambling time. Unless we win the fight quickly. Because each swing is 1 point of endurance, I think.
Do they allow spectators at the blackjack table? Or is there a line for people standing behind all of the players?
I think a lot of casinos do. I'm not sure. I'd be surprised if Startown Liberty didn't. I don't see this as like a super high class.
Come over with a beer and pretzel.
Oh, okay. Bellamy's settling in, not sweating yet. Boy, the Ross is taking a long time over there.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I mentioned this a while back, but I'll have to do that because there's just so many tables, which is fun.
Yes,
No, it's good. It's good.
It's fun, but then I have to, figure it out here. So.
That's the traveler maxim. There's a table for it.
Yep. Let's see here. And in fact, something interesting's happened, but I'm making a bunch of rolls, so let me see.
Is that T5 or the original?
That's T5.
Oh, I thought you were picking on me. Yeah, because I'm doing some rolls. Let's see here. I'm determining the genetic structure of your encounter.
Oh, yes.
I'm seeing if they can be cloned or not. Do they have the genetic integrity to be cloned?
Did you determine the genetics of their parentage to see how much of their strength was inherited and how much was due to their upbringing?
All right, so this is what happens. You all are gambling. You've split up into 2 different tables. Coleman, you are like, sure, I got a 21. You pull, 1,600 credits worth of chips off the table to cash in, and you see out of the corner of your eye that, now here, I've explained this before, but in some sense, in my opinion, travelers exist in a small world. And what I mean by that is not everybody's a traveler. And so, like, when you're in a subsector, you're going to go to the same starports, and you're going to encounter people. And to me, that, I don't know, like, you exist within this kind of ecosystem or network. And Coleman, out of the corner of your eye, you see somebody you served with and their casino staff. And they look over and they see this army major that used to swindle people pulling in 1,600 credits in from a table. And they're whispering to someone else about you. What do you do?
I might cash my chips and call it a night. Get out while before I've got a problem.
All right, so do you just like, all right, gentlemen, have fun, and then just like get the chips?
No, I mean, I'll probably go back and just say, that's, I got my fix, and y'all, I'm ahead.
Up his endurance up until a few
I
seconds.
might just stand with Chapman and drink a beer and have a pretzel, yeah. And just kind of, I got my little time of fun, and now it's waiting on the group till they have theirs.
Okay, let me see. Let me do my reaction roll. All right, that works. You separate out from the table long enough, and you cash everything in to disappear out of sight. And that kind of like slows things down as far as them kind of taking an interest in you. You'll circle back around to the table, but you made your 1,600 credits and you got out of there. Not a huge haul, but maybe you've learned since then to be more discreet. Now,
know when to walk away.
Not discreet enough, but
that was 1 hour. Okay, so back to the table as a whole. You guys want to keep gambling and drinking, seeing what happens in the casino, and trying to make money? You want to do one more round?
I'm out.
You cash out, right? Okay.
I cash out. Good luck, Captain. I'm gonna go get some chicken wings and it's like some bourbon. Okay, out.
All right. Wish me luck. Oh, you did. Thanks.
So everybody can reduce their endurance by 1 as well, and then all right. So back to the moderate stakes table. This one is so much more complicated. Let me get my D12.
No. I'm switching to a different game.
Oh, okay. You guys want to do a different game? You want to do Jip or Blackjack?
What does Lamar think?
Lamar's out. He folded. He won a hand. He's good with that.
All right, fine. I'm gonna try Jip just to see what it's like.
Well, what do you think, Books?
Well, I'm still gonna gamble the same game I was playing.
Okay, so you're staying in.
Yeah, I definitely want to stay in for another hand.
We were Blackjack at the high table.
Sure. Though. Okay, so we got 3 in. All right. So and also Lothak. Okay, so.
Well, we're playing different games, though. I thought.
No, I know. I'm just saying that. So there's 4. There's Chapman and Lothak, and then there's Books and Bellamy. Okay, so here we go. Chapman, and you're gonna head to a Jip table, and this person is cocksure, and they're just like, it's this woman. She's like, traveler. Okay, well, come on and give it a try.
Remind me how Jip works.
So, and she says this really condescendingly, like baby talk, like Barney style. She says that, all right, 2d6, and you want to get a 7 or a 12, and you can add a d6 per turn, and a 7 or 12 wins. and the house will just play against you, winner takes all. And
so I phrase it as, I know how the game works, but my friend here doesn't. Can you explain it for her?
Her ears go back, you know, like nervous when you say that. But she smiles and gives her the same treatment. And here we go.
Okay. There's no penalty for, I mean, busting if you go over 12 would be the same as folding, right?
Yeah, you would just lose.
You lose,
that's all.
I have no reason not to hit if I'm already over 7. Okay. Yeah, I got on my first draw, so I'm going to hit again to see if I can get to 12. And I do! Oh my gosh!
Lothak, you look at Lothak, and her proprioceptors are like this. And she's got like a smile on the corner of her mouth. And she's like... And she just looks at you like... You know, it's obvious that she's got something good. She can't hide it.
Myself as well. I will return with this equal subtlety. I am just as excited to win.
The house looks at Lothak, and the house is like... Fold. Poor Varger trying to gamble. Can you imagine like crews of Varger coming in here? They probably hate humans so bad.
Tails wagging.
Yeah, her tail's wagging, yeah. Okay, so you're going to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, so this raises it, and we're at 50 now, so it raises it to another 50, and Lothak stays.
I'm going to stay.
All right. She, at this point, I'm guessing you have a 12 or something, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's say that happens. So you reveal your cards, you got a 12, and Lothak is so disappointed because she got a 7. But I'm gonna say a 12 beats that because that makes sense to me. Like, as you know, you've got those 2, and she's devastated, and she looks so sad. But you take all of it. So what is that? That's let's see, 50. That's 150. Plus another 200, right? So yeah, because you went 2 rounds.
Is that including the house's inducement?
I take that as being like a one-time thing. Like you get like a voucher for that. Yeah. So okay. I think you won 200 there. Well, all right. So let's switch back over to the other table, and Books and Bellamy. And are you guys still gonna play blackjack?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All right. This is a 500 credit buy-in. So I got 3. Let me do the house. Just winner take all. Okay. Everybody is going to draw.
I'm gonna stay.
Ooh. When it gets around to you, and go ahead.
Question, actually. Can you split?
Split?
Yeah, like you get doubles. Can I split it into 2 hands? I don't know. I mean, I don't need to take it too detailed if you don't want to get into like blackjack stuff.
Space blackjack, thank you.
That's fine.
Sorry.
We can keep it at space blackjack. In that case,
yeah, go ahead.
In that case, I'm just gonna stand.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't actually know that much about like card games, but
if you roll double, I mean, if you get doubles, you can split your hand and then work on 2 hands.
Cool.
At the same time.
This makes me want to play card games too. This is neat. I haven't done it in years. Okay, so everybody. Drew Bellamy is staying. What about Books?
I'm gonna draw as well.
Draw. Okay. All right. Okay. Hearing that Bellamy is going to stay, the last person folds on the second one. And then it goes draw, draw, draw. All right, what about books?
I'm going to stay.
Stay. All right. Whoa, okay. What about Bellamy?
I've already stayed.
I'm sorry, the second round, right?
I mean, in a blackjack from...
Yeah. I'm sorry, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, seriously, I don't know anything about card games. My bad. I have just this much note. I have like 3 lines. I just have like 2d10, add a d10 on a, bet goes up, 21 wins. So I don't have that much depth to space blackjack, space 21, whatever it is. All right, here we go. So when they hear that, 2 of them fold, but one of them draws. And they draw again. And then they stay. All right, Bellamy, what did you get?
18.
18 books.
I also got 18.
This patron got 20. All right, so oof. Yeah, you guys lose, let's see, how many rounds was that? 3, 4?
Is it 500 every round?
Yeah, because if you stay in versus folding. So whatever that was. 15,
I think it was 3.
Yeah, 1,500 credits. All right. So meanwhile, let's hand the camera over to everybody else. Now that you've, seen that everybody's kind of mostly dispersed, what do you do, Coleman? Do you return to one of the 2 tables? Do you go around the
I pretty much went back. I mean, I kind of was meandering back to the high stakes table just to watch.
Okay.
Kind of
lick your lips a little bit. Like I'll just watch. I'll just watch.
Basically, like try to see how I got busted. Who caught me?
You can make like an intelligence check. See if you can figure that out.
All right.
And you can add your you can pass on a. What's your intelligence?
8.
2d6 to roll under intelligence, but we'll make it a 9 because you got gambling 1.
No.
Uh-oh. Yeah, no, you can't tell. I mean, like you could assume that it's because that person saw you, and that might have been enough. Yeah. But, yeah, you're not sure. Is it possible that weedy little guy there who is so soft-spoken actually had some kind of scheme going on? Wait, you were at the high-stakes table, right?
Yeah, I was at high stakes.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Who knows what's going on? But, all right, so you did that. Meanwhile, Marcello, what are you doing?
Marcello went over and got some seconds on the chicken wings, and he's walking back with them now. And he's just been watching his crewmates make bank. But, he doesn't have the stomach for losing money.
You got to try the pig beetle ribs.
Yeah, do you want to know what weird food is in here? Just space. Oh, yeah. I can give you a weird food that you're eating here if you want.
I thought it was chickens and you had no idea.
I like the chicken wings.
You can just be chicken wings. I mean, it's not chicken, but you can call it chicken wings. You can call it.
Okay.
It's whatever space chicken is on your planet, but, it's some sort of bird. Maybe.
It tastes like it.
Maybe.
Right.
Well,
that's what it says on the menu. Some kind of bird wings.
Chicken.
I just have to...
And then chicken's misspelled. But locally, whatever your chicken is, in space. I don't know what they have out there 3,000 years from now. Well, anyways. Yeah, Marcello's a ectomorph, man. He's just like chowing down on them chicken wings. Still going, but he's a skinny guy. So, all right, time passes. Let's see. Lamar, What are you doing? I can't read my writing.
Lamar has a mineral water and is watching the high stakes table.
Ooh, fancy for a traveler. Mineral water. Okay, you're watching it. Okay, that's fine. I guess if you're not, if you're not actively searching for people talking, gambling, or traveling, I'll say, yeah, you don't have to drink, so you don't have to reduce your endurance. And same goes for Marcello. Go ahead.
Can I wander around the gambling casino area and see if I pick up any rumors?
Yeah, absolutely. Now we're talking about drinking. Yeah, you can see if you can pick up rumors. What I'll do is actually roll your own encounter check ahead of time. Let me see. Now you may not find one. To be clear, this is something that's kind of been dizzying to some people. It's you may not find what you're looking for, but let's see here. 5. Okay.
How much money have you made so far?
Let's see, negative 1900.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not.
Well, surely if you just keep playing, you can fix that up.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Excellent news. So, Lamar, you go around the casino. What kind of person are you looking for? Are you looking for, like, people that might have money that could offer a job? You looking for other travelers? You trying to help out with the speculative trade and find a potential deal to move cargo? You trying to, what kind of thing you looking for?
I'd say I'm looking for patron people that are rolling in high money that are looking for travelers to do work.
All right. You see a group of Vargr. Now, the rest of you, you've had your interactions with Vargr, but Lamar hasn't. He served with them at the Battle of Rylanor. They seem to do well, I think so. One of them died under your command, so probably, I don't know how you feel about Vargr, but you see a group, they're the dog people. And you see some Vargr hanging out by themselves. And it's clear that these are some kind of traveler. These are spacefaring Vargr. And they, Lamar, they can tell that you're a traveler, and they invite you to drink with them.
I accept.
All right. At this point, a round has passed. I got to remember to do the counter. Let me make a note for everybody else. So everybody can reduce their endurance by 1, except for Coleman and Marcello. All right. Okay, so you sit down with these Vargr, and they say, "Are you a free trader? You have a ship?"
I am currently employed with somebody who has a ship, yes.
Who do you work for?
I work for Captain Klaus Bellamy.
No. Not just your captain. Who's your captain work for? Are you Imperium?
Do I know? I don't think I know, do I?
Yeah, like, I mean, do you work for, oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, well, you would know enough to know the answer is no one but ourselves.
Okay, we work for ourselves.
They look at each other for a moment. We're looking for people that can help move goods into some of the nearby planets. In particular, we're looking for a ship that can move some stuff to Walston.
What's the cargo?
Nothing that you need to know. But...
well, for discretion comes a higher pay.
Ah. Nice. Now we're going to use the speculative trade minigame. And you may not want to take this cargo, but it's up to you all. They will basically offer this, they need it moved. So you will just get paid. You don't have to actually pay for it. That's the big boon. That's the boon here. They have... so let's see. You would roll 2d6, and because I want this to be player facing, I'm gonna just reverse it, and this will determine the percentage, like as far as what it's worth. So you'll know. So that's a pretty huge boon. And then on top of that, you have admin, right? Do you have admin 1?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You can add 1 to the result of your roll.
So 2d6 plus 1?
Yes. All right, you got an 8, and that's a 9. Okay, so let's see. Okay. So... ooh. They're probably just going to give you the profit, I'm going to be honest with you. But it's quite a bit. I mean, I got to do math.
Oh no.
They suggest that this is, if you can get this to an off-site location, that you could make a 600,000 credit profit off of it.
6,000?
600,000.
600,000. Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, whatever is in this, whatever's in this cargo, is worth a lot of money. But they
strong about what this is.
One of the Vargar says, but we'll also need one of our security details to go along for the job. You understand?
Of course. Let me relay this to my boss and see what he has to say about it. I relay everything to Bellamy. Hey, so I just heard about this job, Bellamy. We could potentially earn 600,000 credits just to move some cargo out to Walston.
I immediately jump up in excitement, in a combination of excitement and disgust. Disgust at the table that I'm leaving behind me, like dust in the road, and excitement Who's the client?
These Vargr that I've been talking to. Let me introduce you. And I introduced Bellamy to the Vargr that I've been talking to.
All right, I'm going to call everybody over.
Well, I was going to say, I was seeing you jump up from the table and hearing, if I can overhear, yeah, I was going to follow regardless.
Now we have some real gambling to do.
Okay, so I just want to... I'm going to cover some information that we certainly would have talked about on the ship amongst ourselves. But you guys had a different experience, Books and Chapman, than our group on Walston. And in one particular case, we foiled a terrorist attack and saved the dictator's life, and became heroes of the planet. Now the dictator took the majority of the credit, but everybody that knows anything on Walston is going to remember our crew fondly, although we were under a different ship name at the time. But nonetheless, one thing we also discovered while we were there is there's a Vargr group in particular that we kind of suspect might have been behind this terrorist attack, and they wanted us to, on the day of the attack, we were supposed to do a job for that group, or at least we had been offered one, and it was to deliver some high-value cargo somewhere off-site. And instead we reported the whole thing to the planetary authorities, and you know, I don't know if that had any direct relation to the street battle that got sparked in that same day, and the assassination attempt and all this other stuff. The point is, we could be stumbling into a serious hornet's nest by getting involved in this, and I just wanted to say that would be behind the look that I now give that Bellamy now gives.
I was worried. So Books and I experienced, I think, pretty much the exact same thing. A few details changed. We asked them their motivations. They explained, like, they're accelerationists. They are Vargr supremacists who wanted to overthrow Imperium presence and everything. And Books, did we end up, like, lying and agreeing to the job but then not actually doing it? Does that sound right?
That does sound right. I think we kind of blew them off a little bit. Yeah.
And then foiled terrorist plot.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was worried you guys did not have that experience and that you were going to be eager to take up this job, and I would be, fighting an uphill battle trying to talk you out of it because of that number.
I am eager because the number is ridiculous, but yeah. So okay, so we will all then be aware of the same information generally. That now I want that. All that being said, I remember that Vargr clan that we were talking to, they had like a different look than the Vargr that were on Walston. Do these have the same look?
Yeah, I would be curious to know what breed this Vargr is we're talking to. Is it a golden retriever? Because we trust them.
So this is like a really intimidating husky.
We decided that the people on Walston were either pugs or chihuahuas or some sort of
lore-wise, they were all wolves when they were uplifted by the ancients, but yes, I'm sure, just like humans, over time they have developed their various traits and stuff.
I am the chihuahua of humanity. I feel that in my bones. It's true. Yes.
So yeah, do these guys resemble those same other guys?
Yeah. So here's the thing. So Lamar, you come back to everybody, right? And you give this information, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, you will have had to have talked about this to act on it. So you all chat real quick, and then you do the thing. You and Lothak, because there's no way Lothak's going to hide it, you look at them. So you all turn and you look at them, and they turn and they look back at you, and you see them talk really fast, and you think you see the words in Anglic, Walston Rangers, and you see blasters being pulled out, and a table getting flipped over.
Oh!
Whoa!
What?
What the heck?
Yeah,
That's like what our reputation gets us.
Yeah.
These are like the greatest enemies of those. You are like enemy number one to these people. So as soon as they see that this is the great, indomitable crew of the Lady of Mercia that nearly just slain their great leader and everything else, and foiled their plans, they knock a table over, and blasters come out and they start shooting. Everybody starts screaming.
Told you all to wear your cloth. Told you all to wear your cloth.
Okay. So, what do you all do?
Lamar flips the table over opposite them. The table that we're at, he flips it over and rolls it in front of us.
All right, I'm gonna put everybody here on this this tabletop. Marcello's just over eating chicken wings. Has a chicken wing up his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Greasy fingers and everything.
So, what are they armed with, these guys? Armed and armored?
Good question. Let me take a quick look here. Let me find my... primarily pistols. And,
cloth armor, back suits?
Cloth armor. Cloth armor and pistols and shotguns.
Lamar's in his vac suit, by the way.
You can tell that the table they flip over give half of them the benefits of like partial cover, so they get a -4 just for that, and you also have cloth armor. And then you said that Lamar, you kick a table over as well, right? I know it's hard to see because it's white on white, but let's see. Looking for Lamar, I think you're right there. So you got a table as well. All right, so you kick a table over. And I don't know, what's everybody else doing? Tell me, what's Books doing?
So Books is going to try to find a way to maximize his cover. So
no problem.
Yeah.
You there's a little one of those crappy fake fountain things nearby. Those are turning out to be weirdly important to this game. And so you find one of those, and it gives you full cover if you're prone, but you're not able to see or fire, and it gives you a -4, or the benefits of cover if you are firing or if you're looking over it. All right. Meanwhile, Coleman, the army guy, tactics.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'd like to kind of like, do like a situational awareness to kind of see like, one, to identify places where we could get cover, and then two, are there casino security that are going to become involved in this firefight, so we need to stay clear of their line of fire. And yeah, so I think I'm going to try and take a position, not prone, but crouched behind this, and like I said, try to make an assessment.
Sure. You don't have to roll for that. You have Tactics 1. I'll tell you some things that you can see. Number 1, there's ample cover where you all are. You can use the tables. There's sturdy, like crappy furniture. It's terraced, so there's different levels where people are gambling at. So you can get behind things and you can reliably take cover. Number 2, this place has crappy security and they're slow to respond, and there's not many of them, and they're not nearly as trained as well as you are. Number 3, these people seem like they're in a good position because they have a large group of them under solid cover, and they are starting to fire at you. However, you can quickly assess on the end of the casino that they're at that they have a weak position of fire superiority, and if you were to maneuver against them in any way, that you would quickly find them not under cover at all.
Okay. And it's, presumably, I mean, you're talking about, kind of making like a flanking maneuver either here or here. Is that what you're...
If you did that, they wouldn't have cover, and there's nothing anybody could do about it, or nothing they could do about it.
Okay. And now, is there anything that would, on either of these flanks that would give us cover while depriving them of theirs? Is
less. So you would need to strike and kill them, presumably.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll kind of bark out.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll kind of bark out just the general, hey, we're going to need to, put down some kind of cover fire and then, flank their position on either side.
All right, Marcello, what are you doing?
Marcello is tightening the buttons on his denim trucker jacket. He has no armor on, and in fact, he is completely unarmed except for his dagger. So he's getting behind cover, and he's looking around for bottles of whiskey and gin that he can use as weapons, and he's kind of like trying to catch the eye of his compatriots to see if any of them has an extra pistol he can toss them.
Does anybody have an extra pistol?
Not an extra one.
Lothak shakily gives you her pistol.
Thank you so much, Lothak. Appreciate it. Good girl.
Anytime.
Girl.
All
I
right.
wore my cloth armor, but did not take my rifle. I just carried my dagger into the casino.
Ooh. All right. Let's see. Back to Chapman. What's Chapman doing?
Right. I'm not wearing my vac suit, but separately, I have cloth armor, which I assume is what I was wearing. I probably did not bring my auto rifle, but I do bring my pistol. If I'm being realistic, because I thought this was going to be downtime, I probably don't have my trusty net on me, much as I would like to use it right now. Can you show me a distance away that I would qualify as short range rather than medium or long?
I would say as soon as you move, you'll be within short range. So just as an example, if you went here, bam, you'd be short range. But from where you are, you're medium range.
Yeah, because my pistol against... You said they're in cloth armor?
Yes, they're in cloth armor.
I need to be within short range in order to counteract that negative modifier. So if anyone else can provide suppressive fire, I will try to get closer to close the distance with them.
Question about these tables. It's now important. The tables are light enough to kick over. Are they light enough to drag or push while we remain behind them?
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Okay. Are they circular or rectangular?
Rectangular.
Okay. Well, that makes it slightly less easy, but then let's those of us let's those of us that are behind this table, which is me, Chapman, and
Lamar.
My apologies.
When
Marcello
I see that I in my head I refer to it as Lando face.
Let's all work together to as quick as we can scoot this sucker over to short range and flank them right now.
All right, so Lamar, are you down with creating a big riot shield and like rushing this riot shield up on them?
I want to be covering them with fire as they're moving the table.
Yeah, you could totally do that. What do you got? You got a pistol? You got a rifle? What do you got?
I just met them, and I walked into the casino with my rifle on my back, so I have a rifle.
All right, you got that cowboy western lever action rifle, and you just like raise up and just start firing, you know, to keep them pinned down. That works, sort of, and I'll get back to you on that. So, but nonetheless, Bellamy and Chapman, you start pushing this table forward. And let's see. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're going to fire while they're doing that. So I'm going to give them a chance to shoot you. That's you, and you have cloth armor, right? Or a vac suit?
I've got my vac suit on.
Okay. Let me move our mobile riot shield here. Now, before, let's see. You're attacking, so it's not their turn yet, but I'm going to give them a chance to attack you. Unless, meanwhile, you all see that they're making this gambit. Books, what are you doing?
So, before I was hiding. I was prone. So this is the second round?
Yes.
Okay. I have my shotgun on me. I had it strapped to my back.
Okay.
So I'm going to get out of that prone position and still try to see if I can line up a shot from where I am, but while still being partly covered.
Chuck 2d6. I think you're going to need to get like a 10. Unless you have other math that you can add to that. It's a shotgun. Alright, Marcello.
I don't want to expose myself in any way because I don't have any armor.
Yeah, you could get killed. Yeah, like straight up die. Yeah.
Yeah, I could straight up die, and that's no good. However, behind this cover, am I close enough to huck a bottle of gin?
You can. If you're doing what I think you're doing, yes, that will work. But yes, you could also burn this place down. It certainly could. Both things could certainly happen.
Well,
but I'm not saying no.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I reach for a bottle on the.
That's fine with him.
The low shelf.
Right, of course.
Oh, no party fouls, please.
And I grab it by the neck, and I put my torso into it and huck it over toward them, over cover, and hopefully it'll just land among them and distract them. Maybe even hurt somebody.
Yeah, so let's use a range of success roll on this. But if you get a 10, it'll hit somebody. If you get a 12, it'll do something interesting.
No, he's not lighting it on. Are you not lighting it on fire? Are you?
I think he's just literally chucking a bottle of alcohol.
He's throwing a bottle with it.
It says it's hidden.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Let me just. I don't know what that was. What was it? I don't know. Let me just roll one here.
Oh my goodness! let me just do this real quick.
So
what did it say?
Why is it showing his face rolling that?
Because you have it highlighted. So let's say
because we're still cheating.
What do you think you could? What sort of damage do you think you could do realistically with a full bottle of cheap booze to somebody, Marcello?
Oh, I mean, it could just like land straight in his face and like break somebody's nose, and the alcohol could blind them.
Yeah.
So on.
Those things are heavy, man. I mean, those things are heavy.
I agree with this. I think having a full bottle of cheap booze literally just shatter right in your face is pretty devastating. So you take one of them out and distract some others.
Sweet.
Nicely done.
These are all focused on you, and meanwhile, what are you doing, Coleman?
Again, I only have a knife, and so what do I want to do? Is there a bottle that I could chuck?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I might try the same thing and just. All right. So let's see.
Just don't roll a 2.
Plenty of cheap liquor here.
Don't roll a 2.
You take it out of my 1900.
All right, that wasn't great. You hit a waitress. Anyways, all right. These two are gonna get a chance to try to hit. I think they got to get like a 10 to try to hit Lamar. All right, let's see how it goes. Well, let's see. You don't have the benefits of cover, but you have. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a 10. Oh no, Lamar, you're hit. Wait, what's a pistol? Pistol's 2d6. All right, so you take 5. Well, no, that's 7.
Depends on the pistol.
I think it's just. I think it just
on
says.
The type of pistol.
Okay, I got a revolver, so it's. I don't know if they're different.
Oh no, I think they're all 3d. Yeah. 3d6.
Automatic. Yeah, 3d6. Okay, so I got. Gosh, that's way worse. All right, you take 10 damage, Lamar. You can pick the stat.
Pick the stat?
Yeah,
I thought it had to come out of endurance first, but
it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's fine.
Any stat that I take is gonna put me down to 0.
All right, yeah, we'll do endurance first. That's a good point. I think that's a second.
Maybe
that's Mongoose second is the way it goes, but I don't know about.
Makes sense. I'm just trying to be generous, but either way, yeah. Either way, you're knocked unconscious. You see Lamar knocked unconscious. Boom. Meanwhile, it's back to you all, and you make it into a position where essentially, if you attack,
and my gun's free too, so somebody can pick up my gun.
Yeah. You can, you can essentially attack normally now, because you've got them flat-footed.
They still got their armor on, but it's better than cover.
Yeah, but
between my dexterity and the range rat, it should come out to a flat and modified roll for me. At least.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Don't you have your cutlass? Famous cutlass.
I do have the famous cutlass. That requires me leaving cover.
Indeed.
However, maybe when we thin their numbers out a bit more. But let's take a shot.
Yeah,
I got revolver one as well.
Either side. I got a total of 8 exactly.
Nice.
Okay, I believe that is an 8 or a 9, I guess, with range, right? Short range.
You're using a.
It's a revolver.
Yes, you have a +2, but there's the -3 from the cost.
All right.
Okay.
So then, so it's basically it's not a wash entirely because I have an 8, right?
All right.
Plus, I don't know.
Yeah, you guys can roll for damage. And you're rolling 14. In secret, so you have to let me know. 14? Okay.
Sorry, that was 6.
A 6. Okay. Oof, a 6. Interestingly, does not bring this guy down. It gets close. This one, on the other hand, is knocked unconscious. And meanwhile, back over at Books. Books, what are you doing?
I'm going to... Well, I'm going to take a shot, but am I still going to have like the same penalty as before? Because I have a shotgun?
Whatever it is, whatever your stats are with the shotgun, I can look at it if you want. But let's see, shotgun. Got a -3, so for a total of -7.
-7.
He's at medium range, right? So that should be a +3.
Yeah, that's right. So that's a -5 to hit. So you got essentially you would need to do like a 12. I'm gonna say if you get a 12, you can hit.
Okay, so I have to get a 12 on a 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy. I did it.
Is there anything I could shoot near them that could explode and hurt them? Are there like lights above them? Or anything like that?
Pay for damages.
So actually, that's true too. But I mean, maybe you could afford it. But there is a chandelier nearby. If you could hit it, then it could hurt more than one of them and cause a lot of confusion and drive them out of cover. But
yes.
But you need something either other than a shotgun, or you're still going to need to hit a 12.
Oh.
If you got that rifle over there, you could probably do it.
That's a good point. So yeah, I'll go and I'll pick up the rifle.
You have to run out of cover to do it.
I'll take that chance. I'll run out of cover, quickly grab the rifle. If I can make it back to cover, great.
You won't make it back to cover, but and this is kind of brutal, but I'll just say you just have to hit. And to hit, you got to do an 8. And that's to knock the thing off the ceiling. Oof. You don't hit, but you have a rifle, which are in the open. Alright. Next is Marcello. Where do you... Oh, yeah. Marcello, what are you going to try to do?
Yeah, I'm back here. I'm still back here.
It's getting...
See if they are... Can I peep out and see if they're distracted enough from us by the flanking folks that they're not focused on us, or are they still focused on us?
Well, unfortunately, they're specifically focused on you because you just crushed one of their foreheads in with a bottle of Jack. So 2 of them are like specifically trying to fire at you. Yeah. Now you're undercover, so you're pretty safe where you are.
Okay. Good. So another bottle of Jack, please.
Okay, let's do it. If you get a 12.
Yeah. Let's see. Lucky once.
Nope, not this time.
Not this time.
Just flies wild.
Right. Well. Okay. All right.
Coleman.
That's fine. I have to rethink my tactics, but all right.
What are you thinking, Coleman?
All right. So, is there anything like I don't know if that table that they're using is cover. Like, if I just kind of charged and tried to barrel into it, could I knock it and possibly knock them over?
Heck yeah.
Or could I just do like a running charge at this guy and knock him into the guy behind him?
You could absolutely try to drive that table into those surviving 3 right there, but you need to roll under your strength.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Is it like, what is your strength, like a 5 or something?
4. I'm weak.
That's even worse. Yeah.
I'm weak.
Probably not the guy on the team to pick to go charge and send a table flying.
Yeah, I'm gonna try if there's a bottle out, I'm gonna try the bottle again.
This is kind of dire straits, actually, as it turns out. Oof. All right. You just started throwing liquor bottles. All right. New SOP. Always bring your guns on shore leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm civilized. I didn't think I needed to carry a rifle in a casino.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Well, I think we're back at the top. It's them. All right. Now these 2 are going to try to... They're only going to hit on a 12. No sweat. Oh, no.
Sweat.
Oh, no. It was a 12.
Who were they shooting at?
Marcello. Because he checked the bottle and hit one in the face.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Yeah?
no. This is going
Go
south
for
real
me.
fast. Marcello, you take 11 points of damage.
Oh, that hurts. Well, I take it off of endurance first, right?
Yeah.
That takes me to 0.
Okay.
And I take another 4 off my strength.
Oof. All right, so Marcello's knocked unconscious as well. And then, let's see, these two are going to try to shoot you two. Similar thing, because they don't have the benefits of cover, and they're kind of like... actually, I think they're gonna... Yeah, no, because this all happens real fast, though. So same thing, they're gonna have to get a 12.
I've got cloth armor, but yeah.
Okay, so they miss, and it's back to you all, Chapman and Bellamy. What do you do?
I tell them that if they want to offer their surrender, if they just give us 600,000 credits, we'll let them walk away with their lives now.
Nice.
It's crazy, but see if you can roll under your social score.
I got exactly my social score.
Is that? I can't remember when you roll under. Is that cool? I can't remember off the top of my head.
You're the man.
Yeah,
you are the judge.
Is this a meter beat game? I don't recall.
Yeah, I can't remember either. Yeah. I'm gonna say it counts, and what it does is it delays these two. And I mean, like, you have a beat on them. They're about to die. That's the thing, is what I'm saying. So that works for them, but it doesn't work for these two. Now that's your turn, Bellamy. What are you doing? They drop their weapons, is what I'm saying.
I draw my cutlass, blow past the two of them, and start slashing.
Yeah. Okay, you do that. Roll to hit.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
I think that'll do the trick. I got a cutlass of 2.
It's still secret, so I can't see the results.
I rolled a 9 and a raw knock.
Oh. All right, let's see the damage.
I'm trying to.
It's right underneath it.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Everything's going wrong at once. Hold on. Okay, I've switched it back to public. Here we go. Have I erased the dice?
Oh, that's okay. Just chuck it and let us know. No big deal. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. All right.
At this,
I'll take a head off.
Yeah, you do exactly that. You just chop a head straight off. And the other one also drops his weapon, and they... Now, they do something audacious. They try to flee. Like, they just try to just bolt and run.
Oh.
No. Now, you all can try to do things. So, like, Bellamy, you're right there. Do you want to try to hack his leg or something?
Yes, okay. Absolutely.
All right. Roll to hit. See if you can keep from killing him. The damage you do.
Oh, I'm trying to hamstring him,
Right. See what happens with that big sword.
That should do it. That was public, right? As a 9 plus whatever.
Sure. Yeah, that does it. Okay. That indeed will hamstring him and knock him unconscious. So you have one captive.
Yeah, I'm going to shout when I do that, stop or die.
He does not stop.
Run after.
The other two, if somebody like Books or Chapman, if Coleman, if you all want to pick up weapons and try to shoot them, you can. It's up to you. Or you can try to run after them, tackle them, or you just let them go. It's up to you.
I mean, I would, kind of, if I can run, pick up his and fire off a shot.
You got it. Roll to hit.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just say that hits. Let's see if you can incapacitate him.
All right. Is that 3d6?
Yes. Okay, right, and that does incapacitate him. Okay. Books, you want to try it? There's one left.
Yes. Yes, please. I'm gonna try to take him out.
Crap. He gets away. One of them gets away.
Can't pursue?
You could try, but you find, as we're running out of time here, that this Vargur is way faster than you, and on foot in the streets, it's nearly impossible to try to keep up with them. It would be very difficult to do.
Well, we've got living prisoners.
You have two living prisoners. You have companions that are not doing well.
Yeah, you gotta get them to the hospital.
Yeah, we'll talk about some options later, but 3 hours later, you both come to in 3 hours. One of the stat that went down first, you go. The stat that's at 0 now goes half. But you're conscious and you're beat. You're beat up. The admin of this place, who Coleman, from a former unit.
The one that busted me?
The one that busted you, yeah. His name's Hoyt, and he's a former army guy too. Maybe you guys didn't get along because I don't know. Maybe he was more straight-laced than you. He wasn't the gambling type, but now he's working in a casino, so I guess you can kind of, who's pointing fingers, right? But anyways, he comes out with security guards and everything. This all happens really fast. This happens like within a minute or two, and then they come out right after that. You are tending to your wounded, and he's like, I thought I'd never have to see you again, Coleman.
Mr. Voight, it has been a while, and
seems like it
wasn't counting.
Every time I run into you, it's nothing but trouble.
This time, it's these Vargur that brought the trouble, not me.
Yeah. Well, let's get your friends some help, and they start helping you. And that's where we'll end the adventure for the night.